As in the food chain and the ecological pyramid. The food chain in which the sequential order of the different components are shown. In that, in case of grassland ecosystem and pond water ecosystem, in both the cases, there is a series of these components are shown. As in case of pond water ecosystem, in this is a food chain from phytoplanktons to zooplanktons to small fishes to large fishes to birds. In this way, everyone depend upon each other for their food. Similarly, in case of grassland ecosystem, the producers are the grasses and herbs. Grasshopper will depend upon the grasses and herbs. Frog will depend upon the grasshopper. Hawk will depend upon the frog. This is a grassland ecosystem. This is a food chain in the grassland ecosystem. This is a sequential order series of this grassland ecosystem. Therefore, this ecosystem is called food chain in pond ecosystem. Food chain in grassland ecosystem and food chain in pond ecosystem. It is shown in a series. It is similar to like a chain which is connected to various links. Similarly, in this food chain process, every component is connected with each other. Producers to primary consumer to secondary consumer to tertiary consumer, and tertiary consumer to decomposers. In this way, everyone is connected with each other. This series is known as food chain. समजलं food chain म्हणजे काय? So this food chain has three types, like grazing or predator food chain, parasitic food chain, and detritus or saprophytic food chain. First type is a grazing food chain or predator food chain. So in grazing food chain, the consumers utilizing the plants as their food. This is a diagram. This image shows the grazing food chain in pond ecosystem. See this food chain. Now we have seen phytoplanktons will be consumed by zooplanktons. Phytoplanktons which contains algae, diatoms, or any plants. That is consumed by zooplanktons, small bacteria, some small microorganisms or insects. Then small fishes will consume zooplanktons, and this small fish will be consumed by large fishes. This is a food chain, grazing food chain in pond ecosystem. So this is similar to grassland ecosystem and pond water ecosystem. Okay. This is a food chain in grassland ecosystem. Grass will be consumed by rabbit. Then rabbit to be consumed by fox. This is a process, food chain process. So this type of food chain in ecosystem is directly dependent upon the solar energy. The primary source, main source of energy is the solar energy, both in case of grassland ecosystem and pond water ecosystem. The detritus food chain and saprophytic food chain. In this food chain, the plant material is which is converted into dead organic matter or decayed organic matter after decaying of the plants or any trees or leaves of the trees, leaves of the plants, that are converted into detritus. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Detritus. The plant material after their when they get decayed, so that organic matter is from that organic matter that food chain will start. The food chain will start from the dead organic matter or decayed organic plants after decaying of the animals or the plants, and that is shown in this diagram, in this image. Detritus food chain. See this. The leaves of the plants, dead mangrove tree leaves. After decaying of the plants, ज्यावेळेस ते पानं कुजून जातात किंवा डेड बॉडी ऑफ एनिमल्स ज्यावेळेस ते कुजून जातात ते काय होतात, so that decayed organic matter will be consumed by this phytoplanktons and detritus feeders. Then that will be consumed by microorganisms, then to detritus feeding organism, and finally to other predators. So this food chain is less dependent upon the direct sunlight, but it is mainly depends on the influx of organic matter produced in the another system. So this system is do not which is less dependent upon the solar energy or sunlight. So it is mainly dependent upon the organic matter which is produced in the another system. So in case of mangrove ecosystem, which is good, which is the example of detritus food chain, that is shown in here in this image. See this. Phytoplanktons will be consumed by decomposers, carnivores. Carnivores will consume small fishes. This is a detritus food chain in mangrove ecosystem. In case of pond water ecosystem, so this is a food chain process. Some other types of food chain, it has grazing food chain or predator food chain and detritus food chain or saprophytic food chain. The significance of food chain. What is the importance of this food chain? So it is important to understand the feeding relationship, how they are depend upon each other, how they interact with each other, how this organism will depend upon each other for their food. The importance of the feeding relationship between various organisms that will be understood in this food chain process. Then it is also helpful to know the mechanism of energy flow, how energy flow will be there, how energy transmitted from sunlight to producer, producer to consumer, consumers to decomposers. It shows the energy flow from one system to another system or circulation of matter in ecosystem. For this case, this food chain is necessary. And also, it also helps to understand the movement of toxic substances from one system to another system, and the problem associated with the biological magnification in the ecosystem. So it is important to understand uh, how this energy flow will be there, how the energy transmitted from one system to another system, that you can understand from this food chain. So this is the significance of the food chain process. So in food chain, the series of the organisms are shown in the food web. Second is food web. In this web form, this process is shown. In this, the various organisms, community of organisms, they are interlinked with each other. So one food chain may be linked to another food chain. One animal may be linked to more than they are depend upon two or more organisms. So that is shown in the food web. It shows the interlinking of the various organisms, how they are depend. The example जर आपण घेतलं, suppose snake. Snake feed on mice. They will eat mice as well as frogs. Herbivores as well as carnivores. They eat both these organisms. They will depend upon the mouse as well as frog. They will eat it will eat mouse as well as frog. The primary consumer and secondary consumer. So that is shown in this food web, how they are depend. See this. But in food chain, it is not shown. In food web, how they are depend upon more than one animal for their food. That is shown. See this. This is the image of food web in grassland ecosystem. See here. So first, this bird will depend upon the grains as well as grasshopper. They will eat grasshopper as well as grains. So all will consume grasshopper as well as mouse. So this grass will be consumed by grasshopper as well as rabbit. Depend upon one or more than one system, one organism. So this carrot will be consumed by rabbit as well as mouse. Then this is a food web. How they are depend upon each other, one or more organisms. This is a food web in grassland ecosystem. समजलं? Food web. So one animal is depend upon two or more animals. So that is shown in this food web, how they are depend upon each other. This arrow shows their food, how they are, what they consume. Some animals, they will consume only one type of one type of any organism. So some animals, they will depend upon the two or more than or two or more than or more than one organism, or they may depend upon several animals, several organisms. They are interlinked with each other. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? This organism will depend upon several organism for their food. Okay. So this forms a food web. म्हणजे ते एकमेकांना इंटरलिंक केलेले आहेत. See this, mouse is interconnected to all, grasshopper is interconnected to all, then bird, grains which are interconnected to this mouse and grasshopper, grasses is interconnected to rabbit, this grasshopper. In this way, it forms a web. It depends upon the more than one organisms. So it forms a interlinking arrangement or interlinking system. It forms a food web. So the wildcats, they will depend upon the mice as well as birds and squirrels. Similarly, wolf will depend upon the fox as well as on the rabbit and deer. So this is the food web. The various interlinked food chains in community constitute a food web. त्याला काय म्हणतात food cycle or food web. The food web is which is defined as a network of the food chains which are interconnected at various trophic levels. It is a network of food chains. Food chains चा network आहे. So they are interlinked with each other at various trophic levels so as to form all the feeding relationship between various organisms. Similar definition काय? It is a network of food chains which are interconnected at various trophic levels. That is called food web. And also defined as it is a combination of many different food chains showing the interrelationship between and among many different producers and consumers in any ecosystem. So it forms a food web. In this also food web, there are three types of food webs are there. In the as you have seen in food chain, predator chains which begins with the plants and proceeds from small to large animals. This is the first food web for the first type predator chain. And for parasitic chains which proceed from the large to small organisms. For this case also food web is formed. For saprophytic chains or detritus chains that proceed from the dead animals or dead organic matter to microorganisms. In this type also the food web is formed. These are the three types of food chains. Similar as in case of food chain, we have seen these three types. So it forms a food web. So similarly, as we have seen for the food chain, there is a significance of food web. So what is its significance? Food web distinguish the levels of the producers and consumers. So distinguish the food chain मध्ये तसं आपण differentiate करू शकत नाही. Food web मध्ये आपण differentiate करू शकतो. How that producers or consumer that are depend upon the several consumers. It identifies and defines the importance of that animal relationships and food sources, beginning with the primary producers. So how they are interconnected with each other, that is shown in the food web. But in food chain, only series of that organisms are shown. But in food web, it is differentiated. Separate distinction is given. Okay. So that is easy to understand how they are depend upon each other, how they are interconnected with each other for their food. So food webs, which are important important to understand that plants are the foundation of all ecosystem and in food chains. So in both the cases, in case of grassland ecosystem and pond water ecosystem, both the cases, the plants or trees, which are the foundation, it begins with the plants. So they are the foundation base for the that ecosystem, both for food web and food chain. So this food web maintains the stability of the ecosystem. It makes the ecosystem stable. This is the significance of the food web. समझ लो significance, types of food webs. समझ नसेल तर विचारा. This is the image which shows the food web in grassland ecosystem. How this organism will depend upon the each other, how they are interconnected with each other for their food. It's a food web. समजलं इथपर्यंत काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? Any problem? You can unmute yourself and you can ask, or you can ask in chat box. Another image, food web in a grassland ecosystem. See this. First producer, okay, that will be consumed by grasshopper, rabbit, and mouse. There are three consumers are there, primary consumers. The plant is the producer. Again, this grasshopper will be consumed by lizard, mouse will be consumed by snake or hawk, rabbit will be consumed by hawk, snake will be consumed by hawk. So this hawk will depend upon the this grasshopper, lizard, snake, and mouse and rabbit. So it depends upon the several organisms. So it forms a food web. A food web, a food cycle. Like I mean, the food cycle or food web. Then energy flow in ecosystem. How energy is transmitted. So this flow of energy is very essential to understand to make the ecosystem stable. For this, you have to study this how the energy is transmitted from producer to consumer, consumer to decomposer. How the movement of energy that start from one system to another system. The energy flow म्हणजे काय? Is a movement of energy starting with the sun and passing from producer to consumers. The main source is from the sunlight. Energy is acquired from the sunlight. From the sun, the energy is consumed by the plants. Plants are the producers. Then from the producers, again that energy is transmitted to consumers. Again, consumers will, will transmit the energy to the decomposers. In this way, this energy flow will be there. So it is a basically movement of energy in ecosystem through series of organisms from one organism to another organism that this energy transmitted. So therefore, for both the cases, grassland ecosystem and pond water ecosystem, for both the cases, the source of energy is only sun. From the sun, we get the 100% energy that is absorbed by green plants, absorb the solar energy, and they will convert it into chemical energy in the process of photosynthesis. That solar energy is converted into chemical energy for making their own food. That plants will produce their own food. That will be consumed by consumers. So this energy flow, how it happens? The plant uses 90% of the chemical energy for different metabolic functions. So out of this, 100% energy is acquired, which is absorbed by the plants. 90% of the chemical energy, which is used for different metabolic functions of the plants, and remaining 10% will be made available to primary consumers. Primary consumers, that is herbivores, they utilize 90% of energy, and remaining 10% they will pass to the next trophic level, that is carnivores, secondary consumers. Again, from secondary consumer, that from the 100% energy, 90% energy is consumed and 10% energy is transmitted to next level. In this way, this process, energy transmission, will continue. So energy will be transmitted to another system, but it will not back to the sun. So it transmitted to another system. So this energy passes from autotrophs to herbivores. It does not revert back as it is moved progressively through various trophic levels. This energy is transmitted to one organism to another organism. Okay. जे आपण ऑलरेडी ते डायग्राम पाहिले, how energy transmitted, that we seen in the energy flow in ecosystem in pyramid form. See this, 100% energy is absorbed by these plants, primary producers, plants, from the solar energy, sunlight. Then 100% is utilized by plants. They will utilize 90% energy, and 10% energy will be transmitted to first level consumer. They will utilize 90% energy, and 10% energy will be transmitted to second level consumers. Second level consumer utilize 90% energy, and they will transmit 10% energy, that is 0.1%, to third level consumers. So this is, during this process, the heat is, that is this energy transmitted in the form of heat. This is the energy flow in ecosystem. This energy flow at various tropic levels that is shown, various percentages of this energy shown. So this amount of energy that is made available to different consumers in various tropic levels, so that depends upon the productivity of that system. कशावर depend आहे productivity of that ecosystem. त्या इकोसिस्टमच्या प्रोडक्टिव्हवर ते डिपेंड आहे अमाऊंट ऑफ एनर्जी दॅट इज अवेलेबल टू दी consumers. That is shown here. This is a flow diagram of the energy flow in ecosystem. From the sun, the 100% energy is absorbed by the producer, that is plants. During this, it is in the form of heat. The energy is transmitted from the producers. The energy is transmitted to consumers, from consumers to decomposers, decomposers to inorganic nutrient pool, and again from this inorganic nutrient pool to producers. So this energy flow will continue. Depend upon the energy flow in a particular ecosystem. Amount of energy for particular consumer will depend upon the productivity of the ecosystem. समझला energy flow in ecosystem. Then productivity of the ecosystem. How to determine this productivity of the ecosystem? The productivity म्हणजे काय? Is rate of biomass production or the amount of dry matter produced per unit area of the land per unit time. A productivity, how much the amount of food is produced in a particular area. Suppose you have taken a particular type of crop, wheat or maize, sugarcane. It is cultivated in a particular acre of land within a for a certain period. So it gives the amount of dry matter produced per unit area of the land per unit time. That shows that productivity of that ecosystem. How much the productivity is there. For various ecosystem, the productivity may be different. This productivity in ecosystem has two types: primary productivity and secondary productivity. The दोन types आहेत. And another type is net productivity. Primary productivity and secondary productivity. These are the two types of the productivity. In that, primary productivity is the rate of energy captured by producers. And secondary productivity is the rate of production of new biomass by consumers. So in this, it is productivity of the consumers, and primary productivity is the rate of energy captured by the producers. And in secondary productivity, it is the rate of energy, amount of energy which is captured by the consumers. This is a difference between primary productivity and secondary productivity. So primary productivity is the rate of energy which is captured by the producers. How much the energy which is absorbed by the plant. So plant absorb the solar energy and they accumulated it in the organic forms as a chemical energy. In the photosynthesis process, that energy is absorbed by the plants. And that energy is stored. So this rate of energy that is stored or accumulated in the green plants or primary producer, that is known as primary productivity. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Primary productivity is the rate of energy which is accumulated in the green plants or primary producers. That is known as primary productivity. Therefore, this primary productivity is defined as the rate at which solar energy is stored by photosynthetic and chemosynthetic activities of the primary producers. It is the rate of energy stored by the plants or producers. That is the primary productivity. समजलं primary productivity म्हणजे काय? The rate of energy stored by the plants. So that primary productivity, which is shown by this in the equation form, it is primary productivity is equal to the amount of new biomass of producers per unit time and space. That is known as primary productivity. This amount of energy stored. So it has